Welcome to this week's Hymn of the Week. This week we have EOW 396, a hymn from Hawaii, Spirit, Spirit of Gentleness. James K. Manley wrote this text in 1975. He was studying at the Claremont School of Theology. A year later, in 1976, he composed the tune. And it was while he was at Waiokiola Community Church. At that time, he was also the chaplain at the Mid-Pacific Institute in Honolulu. Interesting here about the text is verse 4 was encouraged by a choir member at Waiokiola Community Church. So that adds, I think, a lot when you think the choir member was encouraging us to think, you call from tomorrow, you break ancient schemes. From the bondage of sorrow, all the captives dream dreams. Our women see visions, our men clear their eyes. With bold new decisions, your people arise. Coming from a choir member, really neat, really powerful line, that encouragement of that text. So, looking a little more at the music of Manley here, he was a United Church of Christ pastor, still is actually, and as he wrote this, it has, in my opinion, an approach and flavor of folk. When we look at the refrain, it's an odd number of measures, 9 plus 11, which we often see in folk music. And another surprise is the light, or some people call it restless syncopation. So that restless syncopation is in this score, and I've played it that way for many years. But now I've learned that it's not always there, and it's not always there in the original. So if you're playing this, keep that in mind. If you miss that syncopation, or it just doesn't feel right, don't be surprised that it may be sung and interpreted in another way. The form, we have A prime for both verses, so that makes it really easy for the congregation to sing. So we have that starting right, and then in the middle we have it again. And we have the same thing for the verse, that A prime. And then you have the same thing again at that part, in the second part of the verse. The other thing is the Waiokiola Community Church, also Waiokiola, that name means water of life. So as I play this, I would like to bring in that theme of the water of life, because that was the title of the church that verse 4 came from as well. So I'm going to try to incorporate that water idea as well. So here is Spirit, Spirit of Gentleness. Spirit when you whispered in silence, when the whole world was still. And down in the city, you called once again, when you grew through your people, the rush of the wind. Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, roll through the wilderness, rolling and free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from passiveness, wind on the sea. You call from tomorrow, you break ancient seas, from the bondage of sorrow, the captive stream breeze. All women see visions, all men clear their eyes, all new decisions, your people arise. Spirit, Spirit of gentleness, roll through the wilderness, rolling and free. Spirit, Spirit of restlessness, stir me from passiveness, wind on the sea. This is a great song and tune for Pentecost. I do want to thank David Sherwin. I've used some of his ideas for the harmonizations of the verses. And I also encourage you, if you have a chance, just to pause and take a moment and really read through that text. Because we have really the heart of a preacher coming through in this text. And it has a power to maybe read and pray about it first before you sing it. Thank you very much for listening to Hymn of the Week.